I am now recording.
First of all, yes, get out your bit of giggles for those who know who Jules is originally, and the fact that she's in front of Lancelot.
Fucking deserves it.
So you don't start with a big group. You don't start there. We start some distance away from the main campus of the academy. This is where all the teachers kind of go to rest. They go to escape all their classes. They go to just laugh and have fun. That's not the point of people gathered here today. In fact, it seems like there's a bit of a tense moment between Headmaster Harold and Cayde Lancelot. As for the time being, Vice Headmaster Lancelot is attempting and seemingly failing to get across his point, which states as currently, Headmaster, you have to understand, I was doing what was best for the students. From my perspective.
So your first course of action was to threaten them, to attack them.
I was trying to get rid of the threat that they were protecting.
That does not excuse you of putting them in the same amount of danger as this perceived threat of yours.
Perceived? Black King was on campus.
What was he doing? Was he hurting anybody?
It was brainwashing students.
Juliet crosses her arms over her chest and stares Lancelot down. And what would you suggest we have done if you did actually manage to succeed? How are we going to explain, first and foremost, injured and or dead students? Children that you thought were perfectly fine to just do whatever with.
It is within both of our jurisdictions to maintain the prosperity and peace of all students.
Yes,
not just a few.
All of the students, Lancelot. That doesn't mean... how am I supposed to get this through your thick skull, you moron?
At which point, Helia steps forward. Goes, I might be of some assistance. If you'll allow me, Headmaster.
Yes, of course. You can speak.
And he clears his throat. So, as far as it goes understanding, I've been watching this fool for over 3 years. And he's been setting up this whole charade for far longer than I've been here.
As they mentioned that, Juliet's eyes immediately snap onto Cayde and narrow, almost as if she is just this close to just flying at him. But she waits for Helia to continue.
Similarly, he's been... I can't quite pinpoint what he's been doing, but he has been going off campus and bringing back things.
Were you able to ever see any of these things he brought?
No. I do know, as someone with arcane talent, it was not something you would want here.
Please, Helia, is there anything else you would like to share?
He grins. Sort of grin of someone who has been waiting for a moment to share something. Goes, well, I have an entire book ready for you whenever you need it. and steps back.
Juliet takes a deep breath and then focuses entirely on King Lancelot. And anybody who knows the headmaster better than a passing glance or a basic working relationship like with a good chunk of the staff, they realize anybody who knows her would recognize how restrained she is keeping her anger right now as she takes a step forward and lets herself tower over Lancelot. And just, you are now going to be under investigation, and you're going to be damn lucky if you can even leave your room in the meantime. She turns to look at the captain? General, at the general standing behind her. And just, out of character, what would be the next?
Juliet actually would know who this is. This is General Sage, in control of information and technology. Basically the fucking general of everything that there is to know.
Alright. So she turns to General Sage and is just like, General Sage, can I trust you to lead this investigation?
Of course. You have my word, but I don't think that's necessary because both I and those two over there, nudging towards the two teachers that are standing behind Kane, were witness to what he had done.
Oh. Lovely. And could I hear what your perspectives were?
Well, Headmaster, it seemed as if he was going to pull trigger on those who were defending their own rather than a threat. I know when someone has been taken over by darkness, and that was not it.
So you not only threatened students, she said. She's saying this as she turns back to Lancelot. You were not only threatening students, but you were falsely accusing them, and it did never occur to you to even stop for a moment. You're hearing this from me. It never occurred to you to stop for a moment.
Kane grits his teeth. It was within my jurisdiction to make the best call.
And that was not the best call. You made a failed judgment in this situation, one that could have cost people their lives, more lives than we had already had to lose because of what had happened. And you think
once he steps on his back foot.
Juliet does not let up the pressure. It's just like, you think that it was okay not only to think that the first course of action was to eliminate a perceived threat, something that you thought was a threat, but was showing no actual threat other than trying to defend themselves and their own. You do realize that if you had actually hurt any of those children, you would not be walking out of here alive, right?
It's at that point that you hear the door to the dining hall open, and there's a familiar voice. I love, would you like to take over?
I would, but I don't have anything because my brain's got nothing and I don't know what I would say.
Probably trying to get Juliet off of Kane right now.
Are you kidding? You threatened students.
Yeah, but I don't think murdering the man in the middle of the dining room is a good idea. And I'm pretty sure Gwen would realize that as well. She's the Grandmaster.
I think Gwen would like to do it herself.
Meet me dead in the eyes and tell me when and Jules don't know how to hide a body.
They do, they could, they would, they probably already have.
Oh, no, I'm not. The door's open. There's like a disappointed. Oh, Jules, are you leaving me out of the fun again?
Sorry, Gwen. Just, I felt like this was a bit more urgent.
You have control over your token, by the way, Milo.
Do I? Oh, I do now. Yay!
I will say that by the time Gwen had entered the hallway and that Juliet was directly threatening Kane, Juliet had grabbed him by the front of the shirt and was actually pulling him up. Because Juliet's still 8 foot tall in this verse, right?
Correct.
Yeah, so she had him up off the ground a bit. And when
on his tippy toes.
On his tippy toes, yeah. And when Gwen interrupted, she just drops him unceremoniously.
I want you to understand it's not on his tippy toes because he's 5'11". So you full dropped him.
That man was reaching for the ceiling.
Yeah. Juliet does glance back at Sage, though. It's just like, General Sage, if you could get the guards in here and escort Kane to his new quarters.
Very well. Is there any particular guards that you'd like?
Gwen, what would you recommend?
The ones we trust not to be idiots.
I feel that.
Just laugh. And just like, all right. I know which ones you're talking about.
Thank you, Sage. General Sage.
Much appreciated.
This does, however, means that I need to find a new vice headmaster. At least.
We've also got a few missing students to bring back.
Yeah. General Sage, before you go, do you think you could get a hold of what was the title again?
Lord Magister?
No, not that one.
Wrong one? Which one?
The one where he doesn't know. He doesn't know yet.
It's a lot of them.
Hold on. I will give you a name. Really quick.
You're full of soup.
I have given the name. I just now noticed the stuff that Nita was going at.
We were having fun in Peanut Gallery, yes.
Are you going to directly say that name out loud?
Not the full... No, just the title.
So the title for that particular person is High General Cayde.
Found him.
Yeah, so Juliet looks at General Sage and tells him, General Sage, before you go, I would like you to pass on a message for me. If you could get... I already forgot the goddamn title.
High General Cayde.
If you could get High General Cayde to come pay me a visit, I would like to discuss something with him.
You visibly, Jules, see General Sage do the like, oh fuck kind of reaction because you just asked him to get one of the highest bosses in the fucking army.
Just ask him to get his boss's boss.
Just very casually too. She is very casual about this. Just, if you could please. And
can try. It seems very shaky. Just fuck.
If anyone gives you trouble, just tell them that Headmaster Harold told you to. They'll get onto me instead.
That might help. I'm generally not around the General at any given moment. He's usually busy, but I will try.
Aren't we all busy these days?
And with that, Juliet looks back at Gwen. Okay, Vice Headmaster problem taken care of for now. So how about those students?
It's at that point that you have been... How many people have been looking away from Cayde?
Gwen's been watching him. Little fucker.
Juliet! Do you not remember Juliet's perception? She is always watching him.
We'll say the only two people who would be able to perceive this because they're staring directly at him are Alicia and Gwen. Because...
Not even me with my 23 passive perception?
Nope. This is the thing that you have to be watching for. Because it is a subtle thing. It is not something that perception would pick up on. It is the ground beneath his feet, where his shadow starts to cast, starts to hiss and bubble, toil, as if something is trying to grab him.
Oh. Well, does anyone say anything?
Gwen watching this, looking at... Doesn't look at Jules and goes, Jules, something might be happening here. Either Cayde's trying to escape, or someone wants him dead, maybe.
Juliet once again grabs Cayde by the front of his shirt and lifts him up and looks down at the bubbling shadow. Just like, wonderful. I guess you have friends somewhere else, don't you?
Not that I can recall. It's at that point that you just hear slow clapping. It's like, well, you got me. And there's someone stepping around one of the pillars who has long pink hair and is wearing a black suit. I'm afraid I'm going to have to take that one from you. Deal with it on our own terms.
I don't think so. Who the hell are you?
Saying this to me? And grins.
Oh, you are about to find out if you don't vacate your ass out of here right now.
Oh? I'm going to find out what? Dear Harold has lost her touch.
I'll ask again. Who are you?
Friend of a friend. Or maybe not the one you remember.
Juliet glances at Gwen like she's looking for an answer.
Bill gets a side glance back and a half shrug on the side that's facing Joel's like, I don't fucking know, don't look at me.
It's as this person is stepping up that Avery steps in the way. I'm going to have to ask you to leave. It's not a request. So? You're even less than the headmaster. I'm glad you think that. And reaches out and taps his chest and just sent flying. Which is a power not even the headmaster has seen Avery do. The skidding across the ground.
That's new.
Keeping a few hidden aces up your sleeve, Avery.
Well, you know how I am. Things
All
are
too
getting weird
well.
lately.
Alright. Juliet
Want to get your ex-vice headmaster out of here. I can take care of this.
Alright.
I'd say just fine. Steps next to him.
Juliet looks at Gwen. Gwen, are you staying?
I trust these two to take care of this fun.
Alright. She nods at General Sage at this point, just like, alright, let's go. Glances back at Alicia as well. before just carrying Kane out of there. Fucking running top speed.
Well, here's the fun thing. One of them knows a teleport spell.
Ah, okay.
Yay!
So it's literally just Sage actually wraps what looks like a cord around all 5 of you and just goes, hold on tight, you all disappear.
Before they head out, Juliet does call out, just like, neither one of you better fucking die!
You don't hear anything but a distant Mad Hatter cackle from Avery.
Crazy bastard.
The last thing we're going to leave on is the black-suited individual stepping slowly forward and going, "Oh, it's you two." We'll move.
I completely forgot to play the music on loop. Whoops. It's been quiet this entire time. Oh well, quiet still works.
So,
Motherfucker.
Did you guys enjoy that?
Explain.
Why? It started out like that fucking scene from Ruby when all the higher-ups were meeting together.
And then it very quickly turned into, I can and will kill you if you fuck up like that.
So, as we get to the mysterious tower again, you guys have all been more or less verbally urged downstairs, and because of something going wrong downstairs, you don't get lost. It's just a staircase down. And in fact, you see Master of the Tower almost collapsed onto the chair next to one of the desks, where Arthur and Lex currently stand. Arthur, you are aware of the fact, because you came in here with Lex, that Memories just randomly collapsed, as if all of the mana in his body gave out, then woke up 5 seconds later.
Tsubasa's peering over the railing of the stairs, just like, what happened?
I don't know, he just kind of fainted for a second.
Fuck?
Reminder, there was also an explosion outside.
Yeah, it's just like,
There's a lot going on right now.
Does it have anything to do with the thing that hit the tower, or?
Myrna shakily speaks up and just goes, "It's not because of Marigold, although I wouldn't be surprised if she laced it with something."
Laced what?
You get poisoned?
No, not poisoned. This tower is protected by my magic. Every hit against it kind of weakens me.
Tsubasa does glance back at Razz, just like, oh, thank goodness it wasn't us.
just like a shaky. Yeah.
You gonna be good?
Nothing I can't handle, thank you though. And Lex seems very fussy. You're just, no, you need to rest. No working. Please go rest. I've worked for far longer hours than this.
How big does Magister seem?
Not as tall as you, but due to mana and whatnot, you're not sure how dense.
Yeah, comes off.
Isn't denseness more like a intelligence thing?
No, density is referring to weight.
Yeah.
Denseness is mentality. Density is weight. But yeah, no, the jacket comes off and the arms come out. Time to try it. Come on. Brother said no, you gotta listen. And he's gonna try and lift.
Maybe you... Tsubasa's just like, maybe you should ask for permission for... just...
There's just a moment as you reach out with the the kind of hand-shaped wing. There's just a moment of the summoning of a staff and holding out in front of himself, which blocks the wings.
Echo, by the way.
Oh, by the way.
Oh.
Also, hold on, one thing. Fuck you, Cayde. Why in the middle of that? Fuck you. Love you dearly, but fuck.
Tsubasa just quietly from the stairs in a sort of I told you so voice, just like, that's why you should ask first. I don't think...
No, though.
At which point he kind of moves around to face the opposite direction of all of you and just stands up and starts to head to the desk. Anyway, I have some things I'd like to discuss with all of you, so it's a good thing that you're here.
Whatever it was, I didn't do it.
I probably did it.
I don't know what's even happening.
He pauses and looks back at all of you. What are you talking about? I have some things I need you to do as per training while you're here.
Man, we got trained.
You are essentially, if I'm seeing things correctly, which I apologize for, I can't control that. You all got your keyblades, yes?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, there are some things that I need taken care of that will help you hone your abilities. Steps behind his desk.
What sort of things?
I suppose they would be calling you an errand runner, that you could meet some people, do some things. It depends entirely on what you do.
Okay.
So this is sort of just getting sent abroad for learning?
It is, and he thinks for a moment, trying to find the right words. It is honing what you are good at and seeing what your flaws are. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Tonberry's gonna turn to Helia. You got anything on this? Against or with?
Helia just sort of shrugs.
I mean, it's not like we can do much else here.
Alright. So, both of those desks pointing to each of the ones on the side, I have two different assignments each. One of them is going to hone your skills in combat, and the other is going to hone your skills talking to people. Choose whatever you'd like. It doesn't bother me any. By the way, this one over here has combat. This one over here has social.
Tsubasa's going to move over to this desk and take a look at what's on there.
Tonberry's gonna move over to Helia, check in, take brother status. You up for a fight?
There's just a little head shake.
Razz, you okay with talking with someone?
That'll do.
Tsubasa,
Yes.
you pick up one or two. As in referring to 3 or 4 further things.
Okay, let me... Where's the fucking list again?
One of them is supply run, and the other one I've given the name of Cat Got Your Tongue.
I pick up 2.
Okay. So you pick up what looks like a note tacked onto a letter. And it simply says, and it gives coordinates of sorts. In a world you'd never heard of. But the note says, very simply, give to Cheshire Cat. She'll know what to do.
Huh. Well, this one seems pretty easy. Just says we have to give this to Cheshire Cat.
Oh no.
At which point you just see MRES visibly. No roll required or even high perception. Just go.
Or not.
No. Do what you will. It is. Cheshire is eccentric. I didn't even realize I still had that letter out. But if you want.
Tsubasa goes ahead and takes a look at the other one.
The other one simply reads as a list of things that need to be done. And considering this seems to be the table where a bunch of easygoing social things are, you kind of gather relatively easily that this has no intent to, dip into combative territory. However, it is a long list of things, meaning you'll probably have to talk to multiple people.
Just the oh no anxiety face. What do you guys think? Should we just
Lance is at the other side of the room.
Lance, what are you doing?
Just checking all the options, you know.
Fair and valid. Don't start nothing we have to finish.
Ounce.
Yeah.
First one you look towards is one labeled Shadow Infestation. And it looks like a sort of half report, half journal of someone who barely escaped with their lives and is requesting not backup, but adventurers to help. People with proper things to help, and not just guns that.
Mine does sort of like look at the report for a few minutes, just thinking, and then just glances to what the other assignment. Would assignment be the right word for this?
Sort of, yeah. The other assignment is something that's simply designated as place being haunted by a gloom. It only states the singular one. It doesn't say which one or what type or anything like that, just that it's a gloom.
So on the one hand, you guys have letters and errands. On the other hand, we could be like ghost hunters, but for gloom. A gloom. Or what?
Sorry.
Gloom hunters probably make bank.
I mean,
Razz
we've
is
got
taking over.
we've got options for a supply run or delivering this letter too.
Where do we go for the letter? That's her.
Tsubasa takes a closer look at the letter.
Coordinates don't look familiar, and neither does the world.
But the name of the world is on there, yeah?
If it's Cheshire Cat, I would.
Yeah.
Who knows that?
But we know Alice in Wonderland's world.
Mm-hmm.
So what is the name of the world? Because Helia's over here looking at the letter too now.
I think it's specifically Wonderland.
I'm just waiting so it can be clarified.
It's not Wonderland.
Oh no.
Oh no.
Why is it oh no?
He's breaching containment.
Actually.
Wait, where is
It was stated that she is a bit eccentric.
Oh, you said the place.
Can I see the thing, the paper, Tsubasa?
Well, I'm still waiting for the name.
So the name on it says Cyberworld.
Yep. Yeah, no, this isn't me not giving the name because Tsubasa's being cagey. This is me not giving the name because I don't have it. But Tsubasa does say that once he says it's just like, it says Cyberworld?
Could Arthur know?
All history.
I don't even know where Cyberworld is.
This is why I was asking.
The term cyberworld is a colloquial catch-all term for whatever happens in the grid.
It's the Tron world, baby.
Oh, it's the grid.
Mm-hmm.
The grid.
It's a catch-all term for anything that gets saved or uploaded, including virtual reality and people who actually download themselves into the grid.
That's
Suspect with that natural 20 that the coordinates don't lead directly to Cheshire Cat. However, to the entrance that would be the most accessible to the grid.
Oh, I see. This is how we get. Okay, understood.
If I may speak up for a moment, I think we should go with the least troublesome one for a starter. You never sell the big thing first. You always sell a trinket, then you go for the big shot.
But hear me out. Ghost hunters!
I heard you out.
Enjoy how you're using that term because that would technically make me part ghost. This ain't any phantom over here. This is Tonberry in its best.
I don't think...
Now,
Helia's trying to say something.
Yeah. Well, they're doing that arguing. Helia does try to speak up a few times, and once it's died down, she kind of goes, I don't want to do anything that might involve fight.
Neither would I, honestly.
Oh, by the way, that reminds me. Emrys finally speaks up, holding what looks like missives of some sort. Those Lex, Arthur, could you come here for a second?
Mm-hmm. Oops.
He just goes, okay. Steps over. And his brother leans forward and goes, I know you're a bit attached to these group right now, but there is something that our father has requested you do. He specifically said to take Lex.
Oh, right?
And he hands you the missive, Arthur.
What's it say?
Without going into complete detail, because it is a missive, the rundown of it basically says there is something that can only be solved by a Pendrago. And you need to head specifically. You're going to love this. You have to head specifically Beast Castle.
Oh.
Lex just steps over and goes, Can I read this one? Is that allowed? Emrys just thinks for a moment. Wasn't stated that you couldn't. Just not show it to the rest.
Yeah, I don't think it says on here either. I think it's fine.
So Lex looks over it for a moment and goes, ooh, that's when I get to play actual knight. Oh no, again. Well, we should probably get properly dressed for that. You're still in clothes for school.
I guess. Oh, yeah. Probably should get changed.
There's a bit of a smile from Emrys and goes, Tell the clerk of the shop about bridges distance away from my tower to the east that you're using my card. She'll charge it for you. Get what you need.
Thanks.
Problem.
We head out now, or?
I think it would be best if we at least start getting ready. There wasn't a time limit on that, just that they needed you there.
I see. Alright, I guess we should get ready.
Lex is already starting to, like fast pace, not quite run out.
Looks like a... Tsubasa. Real quick, if the one that you're gonna do is deliver the letter, the coordinates are an easy way to get to the grid, your location, to the location.
Okay, thanks.
Okay, bye.
Okay, bye.
Don't die.
Just head down. Oh, what are the rest of you guys choosing? I get to discuss that with Cayde a little bit before everything settles down.
And can I pick you up?
I would rather you not. Listen.
If I promise to tag along with your side next, can I pick you up?
You make a compelling argument.
You're lucky I'm asking. I'm trying to be better for you fucks.
Aww, so sweet.
And then he just picks up Lance and starts leading me over.
It's not so bad, you know?
You weigh like a bowl of feathers. The only weight is the bowl.
What do you guys think? Should we deliver the letter or just get the supplies?
Razz leans over on the table, both hands. The letter sounds pretty cool.
Okay, what about the rest of y'all?
I second that vote. Letter does seem like it would be a chance to broaden our horizons.
My vote to the heels.
For the what?
Only reason. Helia is the only reason I'm not fighting anything right now because I don't want to upset any of you. So.
I also think the letter's a good idea, yeah.
And the letter we go.
Okay. Arthur said that the coordinates on here is how we're supposed to get there, so, let's go, I guess? Or do we need to prepare first, or what?
Marissa speaks up after the time you've been speaking and goes, would suggest preparing. The grid is not exactly kind to new people.
Okay, what would we need to do then?
BB has a sinister grin. If we need to prepare, we can't just go in line. That'd be rude, wouldn't it? And he leans on the desk. And we're kind of strapped for cash. I mean, we did have to ditch everything and run, my good man. We got doing your errands.
Did you not bring your wallet with you?
Lance, hush. Let the merchant do the talking, sweetie.
If you needed money, you can do so without the smugness.
No, honey, this is genetic.
Yes, the genetic smugness. I've met your father. I know.
They threaten you with a knife?
Yes.
Then he likes you.
I'm hard-pressed to believe that, but alright. You guys can use one of my other cards. The main one is for the others. So did I put it? And just starts to walk.
Razz, come the stairs.
Just a faint rustling of like vague whispering of, I swear, did I use it as a bookmark again? More rustling. Stepping around the bookcase.
It's...
He's gonna turn to the rest of them and go like, if my dad didn't like him, he would've just stabbed him, so...
That sounds terrifying either way.
Terrifying person.
And just the exclamation of, there it is! And steps around the other side of the bookcase. Looks up to you, BB, and hands out a... This is going to make a BB bulk diamond-plated card.
Oh, thank you. Thank you so much. We'll be sure to get these jobs done to the best of our work. That was TV. That was Hurry forgetting how to speak for a moment.
Tsubasa just quietly in the background. Shouldn't we be doing that anyways?
Oh.
It's so innocent. And then he goes over to Helia. You carry the card.
You know,
Okay.
if you ever need help like organizing, I would be more than happy to lend a hand. Well, two hands for a price.
I want you to know that I just got a physical reaction of you're learning from me.
Tsubasa just looks disappointed.
Why would I need help organizing?
You lost a diamond-plated card.
No, I did not actually.
Misplaced it temporarily.
Was exactly where it was supposed to be.
Mm-hmm.
In the last place you looked? That's usually how it works, yes.
Regardless, there's not a place here to prepare for the grid, cyber world as it's called, but suppose there is a place you can go to that will still take my card.
Which would be something I have coordinates for?
I do, yes. I've been practically everywhere. How accepting are you all of underwater travel?
I've never done it before. The fuck?
I hate underwater video games.
Nobody likes underwater levels in video games.
I know Cecile isn't here, but that doesn't stop Val. That doesn't stop Razz from looking straight at Val and going, I don't know if that would work for everybody.
Alright, there might be another place then. I'm going to ask this rather redundantly. How do you feel about pirates?
Best customers.
Is one of our teachers a pirate?
I think so.
Yeah, I think. Well, no, I don't know if my teacher is a pirate.
Professor Ryder.
Tsubasa from Emerald. Then just very quietly, not even trying to hide it. It's more of a privateer.
Is there a difference between that?
Domesticated pirate.
Big pies?
Yeah,
Did I kill someone with that?
Yeah, you can physically see the tension of someone not trying very hard not to burst until after a domesticated pirate.
The best part is Helia said it with an entirely straight face.
She's not wrong.
I enjoy this version of Helia. I just wish they were happier.
Don't worry, Helia wishes they were happier too.
I'm sorry. And then pat on the head, ruffle of the hair.
Oh, I can text one of you the coordinates. I do have things I need to do.
Considering Helia and Dollface are the most responsible ones currently, one of those will do.
I can take the text.
Secondary question, how are we to get where we're supposed to be going?
Using my ship.
Okay.
Will you be the one helping us? Wait, do any of the rest of you have a license?
Don't need a license for autopilot.
That works too.
I do more or less know how to fly a dummy ship.
I know how to fly when I'm just not licensed.
I can figure it out.
Like fucking sorry, that was almost out of my control.
Input the coordinates and you
Okay.
If you would like, you can technically then look directly at the red chocobo chick with Helia.
I imagine Helia is still holding the baby, yes.
Baby who has been listening and just very gently does the stick out leggy. Stick out a leggy.
It's the leggy real far.
Poke the leg.
Just very gently grab.
Tsubasa now not moving at all because the baby has my finger.
Then lets go and goes back to being liquid orb.
Why is it so cute?
Because it's a chocobo, baby.
Where did you get a red chocobo chick anyway?
He's my child.
Hold on, I'm lighting a candle.
Why are you lighting a candle?
Stinky.
One room apartment with 2 cats and a litter box. Sometimes it smells.
Point taken.
They say setting the mood.
But no, Tonberry will immediately offensive. Why do you want to know?
Just curious. I already have my chocobos.
Yeah.
Razz passes over and just. I acquired her. Excited, like a proud parent.
Very well. And shrugs and goes back to what he's doing. As he reaches out towards like thing right here, which is an old style fucking telephone. And right before it rings, he picks it up and starts to talk, snapping his fingers, and you can't hear anything but he's talking.
I don't think we're allowed to listen.
How old of an old style phone is this?
One of the ones that gets hung up when you set it on the fucking grip with a long handle.
Is it like a rotary phone though?
No.
No?
I think it's just there for aesthetics. My brain, he does it for aesthetics. It works like a fucking gummy phone. It works like a home gummy phone. Hangs on the wall.
Just a standard landline?
Yeah.
I'm sorry, I can feel my soul dying a little bit.
I can tell how old this motherfucker is.
That's how you can tell how old this motherfucker is!
I know, I used... That's how I get all of you, and you all are gonna kill me for it.
We are! Well, I am, at least.
So you guys are doing the letter quest, the cat got your tongue quest?
Yes.
Did you actually call it Cat Get Your Tongue Quest?
Yes.
Out of character.
Same time.
Because this is the one where you meet someone important early. My choice.
No.
So, how are you preparing? Because you have one of Emrys's essentially credit cards.
What's the limit on the credit card?
Would you like to know, Weather Boy?
I want to make sure that we don't go over the limit.
No, we're gonna go over the limit. If that thing doesn't say climb by the time we're done, we didn't use it right.
No, he has control over that, right?
Tsubasa just, can we not get ourselves in trouble over this, please?
I'm not gonna get in trouble. It'll be fine, I promise.
Press X'd out.
Okay, first off, he's asking us to do a favor. That's not something you go willy-nilly about. You've gotta make sure you're doing the right thing and making sure we're prepared if you're gonna ask us to do something you were supposed to do.
Out of character, how do credit cards work?
Not the time nor the place.
Okay. Fair point.
I think I believe a good out of character question that Helia likely would have posed in character is how are we even supposed to prepare for this?
Tsubasa, I was actually going to have it where Tsubasa would specifically look for the information about this place.
Okay. There's an entire library in front of you.
Yeah, he's going to wander around and see if he can find any books or scrolls or whatever about Cyberworld.
Where are you going? Bookshelf.
You know what? This one over here. Ah.
Make an investigation check. I don't even know how to resolve that, actually.
What if I just roll again and we pretend that first one never happened?
Then
You can go look at a different shelf.
You could find
Sure,
like
you could.
where you could find an entirely unrelated topic.
I investigate a second time. I failed so badly that not even Tsubasa thinks he did it right.
You had that ADHD vibe where you looked at the shelf, but you didn't really look.
Okay. We find out. Eggs, milk, this is a shopping list. Why is this on a bookshelf? What? Hold on.
TV, help your boyfriend.
Hey!
That was out of character, but...
Okay. Just TV is immediately going to start, like, doing like, the scan over the bookshelf. Is the topic even on this current bookshelf?
No.
I didn't even do investigation yet.
Wow. Okay.
This is a large... I know where everything is in this thing.
Investigate this one. Is it on this topic?
Is it on this shelf?
Don't see anything relating to Cyberworld or the grid.
What about me? I got a 19.
Tsubasa, it's not there. However, out of the corner of your eye, you see something on the top of this shelf that is like pitch black with like neon green lettering.
Immediately gravitates towards it and goes to pick it up.
I do have an
You know
important
that font that looks like both old style 8-bit text?
Yeah.
That's what's on the front of this, and it simply reads, "How to access the grid and stay safe."
Guys, I think I found something that'll help.
Turning from the top of the shelf he's on. Really? That's good. I found a cat.
It's about
Who was asking a question, by the way?
Nia was.
It's fine. It's fine.
Nope. Ask your question.
It's fine.
Nia.
The thing we found, it's fine.
Nia, ask your question.
I was just gonna ask if like the gummy phones have access to like the internet.
Yes.
So in theory, would there be any knowledge on the internet about like the cyber world?
Say rumor. Because here's the thing about your gummy phone, and most of the people here, it is on what equates to school access Wi-Fi.
So it's got like a list of like blocked websites.
Correct. Or rather a list of accessible websites.
Is there a way?
They don't do it in reverse.
Is there a way to get around that?
Sure there is.
Because I mean, as a student, I'm sure that we would. As students, I'm sure we would know at least like one way to get around that limitation.
Get around the firewall?
Yeah. Especially considering, like, aren't we college students?
Mm-hmm.
Technically.
Wait, why?
As you are.
Wait, what? Age-wise. Wait, so is the academy like a university or college or whatever, or is it?
That's what I've been playing it as, yeah.
What kind of... Why would a university have like...
Keep their students from doing stupid shit with their keyblades too early and hurting people.
You know, normally the reason why rules exist in the first place, because someone did something, it did not go well.
But like, if it's a college, I'd assume that you're doing like you would have to do research papers at some point on various things.
That's why they have libraries.
Yeah, believe it or not, way back then, before computers even existed, that's how...
I know that libraries exist.
That would be the primary source of information for any research paper.
I spent like 90% of my time in high school in the library. But yeah, like...
Excuse me.
Would any of us know a way to like get around that limitation?
There's a possibility.
There's always a possibility for everything.
BB will probably know somebody. We'll cover that later on.
Stop trying to hack my game, all of you.
I'm literally doing nothing.
Incorrect, Cherry. I'm talking about general. You trying to find out stuff with Tala, Tala trying to figure out endgame shit, Nia trying to break my game by saying I can get in here at level 5 in a 15 level area.
Listen, if I just no-clip my way through the wall, I'll be fine.
If I see how that fares when you go back to Hollow Bastion.
Hey, I bet.
God's gonna hand you your ass on a silver platter.
Yeah. Don't bet God. God will fuck you up.
God will fuck you up.
Unlike you, God is that guy.
Bet. Anyway, train back on the tracks.
Yeah.
Right. Where
The
we?
way of putting how you access the grid and how to stay safe is to have as little interference from other. I suppose not metal, but you know, internet accessing things as possible, because there is a possibility that things could go wrong and you could get separated based on the grid size. The grid in and of itself is in like a cyber world, so having outside electronics come in is a bit of a hassle. As for access, it simply says there are multiple access points for the grid or the cyber world in general around multiple worlds. They look like green and black swirling patches that otherwise go ignored by the populace. You know those things in Recoded?
No.
Vaguely, yes.
Not a clue.
We'll get a picture in a moment. However, those are what those look like. The green patches, green and black patches.
Is my internet fucking up or is everyone quiet?
Everyone's quiet. I hope.
Okay. Then TB is gonna hop down and go, Hey, chuckle fucks and Helia. I got a list.
I've got a book.
Is it a helpful book?
It says how to prepare for going onto the grid, so
Helpful book. Wait. I got a list
Sending
of
it
what
to
we
you,
need.
BC.
Okay.
Those fucking things.
I got a list of things we're probably gonna need for this. I ignored the change of clothes, but if we're going off this safe place, we're probably gonna need something to cover our asses. So,
Isn't that what pants are for?
Lance, do not have the crayons nor the time to explain this to you.
You're a genius.
Yeah. God, I'm replicating. Anyways, we're gonna need some new phones at the very least. Work phones instead of class phones. That way we can at least go untracked from people who probably want to find us, including, it's just a child, shoot guy.
I think you're overthinking things, TV.
Probably.
Look, I think we should just do what the book that Sue found said, and it will be fine.
Fair. I still think we still need some items though, or else we got that guy's card for nothing.
We could get pizza.
Coffee.
The day I give you coffee, Razz, is the day that I am going in the forever box.
Well, I guess we better get you in the forever box today. Let's go.
what if we just get, like, I don't know, potions and a change of clothes?
That'd be good.
I kind of want to get changed out of this.
We never did answer about how we feel about pirates, did we?
The pirates.
They're cool.
Tsubasa just shrugged.
That does not shock me.
Well, I mean, it depends on the kind of pirate. Are we talking like pirates from the ocean? Or pirates like you wouldn't download a car type pirate?
You can download cars?
The wizard doesn't specify, but given that he asked about how we all feel about Wolfshire, I might assume yo-ho-ho pirates.
Let's just go ahead and get supplies and whatnot.
So I do, while you are doing this, I do need you guys to actually discuss what you're getting, so I can tell you how much you spend.
Change your clothes, some food, and some healing. Wait, hold on. Raise your hands. How many of you fuckers use magic frequently?
Hi.
Tsubasa raises his hand.
You get a half hand raise from Helia.
Okay. So a lot of you fucks. So we're gonna need mana potions, healing potions, and I say get one or two elixirs just to be safe. Sound good?
Okay.
And coffee.
Focusing on the stuff we need for survival first. We'll worry about food after.
Food is necessary for survival.
That is survival.
I think what? It's like a week without food, right? Before you die.
I thought it
That's
was
not the point.
As much as I respect both of your voices, get the serious stuff first, and then we can joke. Okay?
okay.
Thank you. So we need at least 2 elixirs just to be safe.
Yeah, I'd say so.
Okay. And maybe we can get some. Oh, we're going to a pirate world. There's probably a black market where we can get some extra armor pieces if we need it. Quick show of hands. Who has armor on right now?
And listen to that deafening silence.
Yeah.
All of you make a perception check real quick.
I was about to say, did anyone else notice Emrys disappear off the map?
I did notice.
Maybe he
yeah.
didn't.
Seven,
What do you
he's looking at everybody else.
He's got a head full of empty.
To wrangle everyone. Hey, please he's not alone.
Is a 12 enough?
Well, it is enough. You only catch like the tail end of what sounds like a staff hitting the floor as the silence drops and he disappears.
Tsubasa just looks and just, Did anyone else see that?
See what? Oh, he disappeared.
As you turned away from everyone at the sound of exclamation that was muffled and breaking the silence. We're just staring, and Emrys, though a calm individual as far as you've known him, seemed very fucking upset.
Very
before
upset.
disappearing.
Oh. He seemed a little frazzled, I think.
Oh, hopefully everything's alright.
He's a wizard. He can probably take care of whatever's going on.
There's a full moment of TV silence before. How the fuck are we gonna leave now?
I think it's easier to leave the tower than it is to try and climb it.
Okay.
I mean, to be fair, we didn't have any trouble coming back down.
Well, we did also have a guide.
Alright, let's...
I'm only asking because I had to carry three of you last time, so... I mean, how hard could it be to leave the tower? We just keep going down the set of stairs until there's no more stairs to go down. Right?
Right.
Yeah, but that's before the magic's involved.
Well, yeah, but Emma said something about that being to keep out people, so I think if we're trying to leave, the tower might want us out.
There's only one way to find out.
Yes. God damn it. No. Get your ass back here. Why is that moving? No.
I would assume because Ren's moving them.
TV nightmare. He doesn't want to leave until we're prepped. Never leaving.
Well, we have to leave to prep, dumbass.
Yeah. We all start going down the stairs.
I'm gonna go around and jump over the rails to get past him.
I'm so glad we had the same thought.
Fucking TV is gonna Tom and Jerry Razz all the way down the goddamn stairs.
So, while I'm setting up probably one of two scenes remaining because it's loud in my apartment. I apologize, but I am currently setting up a scene for at the end. So tell me what you're doing and where you're going.
To a store.
Well, weren't we going to the pirate world because that's where Emma said we could get supplies?
Yeah.
Yeah. So to the
And
store.
we said we should take his ship, so we're probably looking for wherever the fuck Emrys' ship is.
Okay, we'll go with the port, essentially.
We don't know where his ship is, do we? We have no idea.
I don't think he ever told us.
It's a mysterious island. It's constantly moving, which means that the edge is just circling, essentially.
Need you all to roll survival.
Oh god.
Oh man.
Fuck you, never mind.
Oh damn, 23.
God damn it, Stu!
I believe.
What do you mean, god damn it, Sue? I got 23!
Yeah, you beat me when I was feeling happy. Can I re-roll mine and give a boost to Helia?
Sure.
Okay. Helia.
BB, you roll disadvantage. Helia, you roll with advantage.
Okay. Double twos. Double twos.
Wow.
BB, you hear the distant call of a chocobo that vaguely sounds distressed, and you're just like, my brethren. It's just like, then you get pulled backwards because you need to do things.
What they need me? They're babies.
Ton, we need to go.
Start DB noises.
What babies?
Tsubasa just gently pat.
Think about you older siblings.
We can check them out later?
What kind of sound was that? Mr. Bird Whisperer.
Distressed.
Distressed. That's
Out of curiosity, what about the rest of us? What do we get for passing the survival check? Not hearing distressed?
One, it is not distress, it is two of them playing.
Tsubasa's just like,
I assume we find our way to the ship through the nonsense that is the island.
I guess.
You do.
So, the rest of us hear it, yeah?
Yes.
Yeah, Tsubasa, after a moment, just like, Ton, I think they're playing.
And like he knows that he can drag you all along very easily, but he's still following you guys. Just like, I can't leave you fuckers alone, but I want to check that out.
We'll meet him.
I mean, we're just delivering a letter. How long could it possibly take?
Sorry,
1 year later.
1 5-year time skip later.
You guys have no faith in me, and I love it.
What do you mean we have no
I have faith in you.
I have faith in you too. What are you talking about? Like, genuinely, I don't know what you're talking about.
So you all get to the ship, and it is... Don't
Echo.
God damn it.
I don't have a particular like ship map made yet. However, this is very nice. It is meant for put it simply. It's made for big parties.
It's
It's
a
meant
rich
to be
person's yacht.
manned by a large crew. However, there doesn't seem to be many people aboard. Oh, it seems multi-leveled.
Wait, so are there other board?
It is quite quiet, so...
Can we even fly this thing?
Did say autopilot would take care of it.
Yeah.
Is the autopilot like already set up, or is it something that?
I would assume you just punch in the numbers and turn on autopilot.
Just to be safe.
Mm-hmm.
Tonberry is going to politely stop himself before doing this and go, hey, I'm about to get real loud. You might want to cover your ears.
Okay.
Thank you. Helia.
What are you doing?
I'm about to call out and make sure no one's here.
Why?
I don't know. Creepy vibe.
You could, or you could just do this, and then it's just kind of like cup his hands around his mouth, just hello.
That's what I was gonna do, but a lot louder.
Well, obviously, I'm not going to yell. It's like 8 o'clock at night. My walls are very thin.
So, fun fact about that. You actually don't seem to hear anything back.
Not even an echo?
No.
Huh. Suspicious.
This is unnerving.
Okay. One of you punch in the numbers. I don't. Let's just not go anywhere but from the front to the exit. How about that?
Okay.
We'll just watch. You guys focus and rest up, and he just does a quick count. Who of us will stay up for an hour, and then we'll switch places and just keep that going until we get there.
But what if there's a kitchen on board?
We will find it after the haunted kitchen's been proven not haunted.
What makes you say it's haunted?
I don't know. I've never experienced a haunting before.
Don't think TV's ever been alone with its thoughts before.
Also, while you guys are debating, I would like to note that Razz is trying to like sneak off to explore.
Don't worry, it's not like anybody's gonna be dumb enough to. And there goes Razz.
What do you mean? Where?
Just to get a feel of the layout, to see if there is in fact a kitchen.
Very quiet.
Still setting up.
I would assume Helia and Sue, looking at TV like he's crazy, probably went to find the cockpit to get the ship moving.
Yeah.
Fine. PB's gonna hunt after Razz.
Razz knows better than to get in that cockpit, at least while people are looking.
So you all head off to Royal.
Are we gonna meet? Is Luca the important person that we're meeting?
No, that's Cheshire on Cyberworld.
A very bold assumption that you're going to meet Luca this early.
What? I mean, you never know. Anything's possible.
Oh. Thank you, though, for having such faith in such faith in me to have my boy show up at every possible moment.
You love your boy.
I do. Thank you. Anyway, he's an idiot.
Affectionate, yes.
That coming from Smoker?
Maybe.
Anyway, so do have a slight headache, but I want to end this on something of a fun moment. I do not have the map for Port Royal set up yet. They lost the map. No. Affectionately, no.
Fair.
So instead, going to leave you all on something of a silly note. Razz, who had just teleported away, still wielding his staff, looks vaguely annoyed as at the end of a long hallway, rather a throne room, empty and shining kind of most evening light through stained glass windows, is a relatively tall man with pretty blonde hair that is kind of edging towards the black, and skin, green eyes, and is dressed in regal attire. Razz just sighs. There were better ways to get a hold of me than, threatening to shut down the grid around my home, and steps forward. To which the king upon the throne says, "Nonsense. It's the fastest way you move." Right, it's the fastest way I move, because someone is threatening my home. Why are you doing this for the third time this year? Steps closer. The staff tapping against the floor, echoing almost. Even if it's cut short, almost unnaturally of an echo. Just wanted your attention for a moment while everyone was out, speaks the king. And he gets up off the throne, stands a few feet away from it. There's something I need to discuss with you. Which is, Your Highness? Your Majesty, I'm no longer prince. Yes. Still act like a bratty prince. Steps forward again. I just met with Miss Rihanna some days ago. Oh? And what would you have me do about that? Nothing. I just need you to get in touch with... Actually, judging by the look on your face, you already have seen my son well. All right? Would not call it well, Your Majesty. He smirks. He is stubborn. My nephew. Yes, I know. He's your brother in practice, though. So refer to him how you will. Being said, I need you to keep tabs on Rihanna. Something about her strikes me as off. Oh? Steps a little bit faster to get closer to the edge of platform. Why would I keep track of something that doesn't bother me? because she suggested that she take over your domain. We'll end there.
Delightful!
You say silly and then you do the exact opposite, my love.
I will go ahead and stop this recording.
Silly, you know,
Bleh.